Let's go to see the stars and the moon. I'd fly far into space as long as I am with you. The light in my bright eyes when you're near. The fluttering I feel in my chest when you are here. I can't explain this kind of love. It pulls me to you, I want it, I can't get enough. So share this precious life with me. Just take my hand and let's enjoy the things that we'll see. Let's go to see the stars and the moon. I'd fly far into space as long as I am with you. The light in my bright eyes when you're near. The fluttering I feel in my chest when you are here. I can't explain this kind of love. It pulls me to you, I want it, I can't get enough. So share this precious life with me. Just take my hand and let's enjoy the things that we'll see.
Hello everyone and welcome back from the pretty long break. I'm still Potassium F here, and this time I'm joined by Rem Fangirl from who was just playing in the Indonesia match. Hello.
Yeah, hello. It's going pretty well here, but how are you feeling right now after that match actually? Because you're commentating that.
I've cooled down a little bit. It was pretty intense, but I'm ready to get another close matchup here with Malaysia versus Japan.
Yeah, same here actually, because I think it's a bit more interesting to see Malaysia versus Japan rather than Indonesia versus China, because I think it was quite cool. It was quite cool, but it's just I think it's probably better to see this one.
Yeah, I think China versus Indonesia was really interesting because like there was so many like risky maps, and there's like not really any clear advantages of one team over the other team. But Malaysia versus Japan is going to be a close match, but like completely opposite direction. Malaysia is going to
Yeah,
crush the LNs most likely, or I would expect that they have the advantage at the
yeah.
very least. But
Well, I'm expecting to
Japan's
see.
strengths are in the rice, but we'll have to see how they do.
Yeah, I think given that performance of like Japan yesterday against Singapore, which is probably not his best performance of it, because they have like probably the main core players of Intelizer and Nuskia and Misa. Although there's like not JP as well, but I think like the third player from Japan might not be as strong as like the other two players. So they might
Yeah,
have a little bit of a struggle to keep up with like the advantage against Malaysia. But probably
yeah.
Malaysia has the some issues on the rise picks, but well, I don't know what else to do there.
Well, Malaysia's been performing pretty well overall on the rice picks, but yeah, for Japan, definitely Intelizer and AM Dusky are like insane at rice. But yesterday we did see Misa struggle quite a lot on some of them,
Yeah, that's
and
pretty much true.
yeah, we'll have to like maybe it was just a bad day, you know. Maybe today
Yeah,
will be different, but all I know is that if they got the similar scores to what they got yesterday, then I think Japan might even have a hard time taking rice points from Malaysia, which is not a very good sign.
yeah, I would actually definitely agree on that. But I think this warm up here, I think it's most likely gonna be like Malaysia's warm up, but that it's
This
not
looks
that cool.
a bit of a rice map. Looks a bit easier than the map pool.
Yeah.
Or Perusia, right? Of course.
Yeah, Perosia is on the track itself is actually really good. Probably one of like how do you spell CXI there? I don't C or
I have no idea how to pronounce that.
yeah, those are probably
C,
one of the
C,
greatest tracks.
C. Yeah, I really like Perusia.
Yeah, yeah. Probably some of them are like one of the most popular ones I think for most like rhythm game platforms. But this one is cool.
Wow, interesting to see Puritom holding the highest score for Japan.
Yeah, those are pretty nasty looking patterns here. It's just probably some chords, and every single one of them are just weirdly snapped. Yeah, but scores are flickering still, even on these kind of
Yeah.
warm-ups. So
That
it
seemed,
it might be actually a little bit closer here. Or actually,
I mean, from
yeah,
here
it's-
you can, yeah, they are pretty similar in terms of score. But then we have to take into account that Japan don't have Intelizer right now, and if Intelizer manages to match Chiwi, then this will
Yeah.
be. I'll be really close actually.
yeah, I think these kind of patterns are just not friendly.
Chiwi's just destroying this. That's an FC.
Yeah, this is an FC. So yeah, that's pretty much an FC.
Has there been a single map in this tournament that Chiwi has not destroyed?
Nope.
Nope. Nope. Hold
I
on,
would.
let me.
I mean, I would actually argue that Out of Blue might be probably his weakest pick in general because of
Uh,
the long jacks.
Malaysia did ban out of the blue last time, so If they
Yeah.
keep the same bans, I would assume they'll ban it again. I mean, banning Rice
Yeah.
against Japan does seem like a good idea in the first place, so
Yeah, but
makes
I would
sense.
actually make if it does make sense, Japan will probably banning the same thing, which is Sinister Evolution, or probably the other maybe one of his LN charts because Malaysia is good at them.
Yeah. I just checked, Chibi didn't miss a single time against Canada in any of the maps they played.
Yeah, I think
Which is,
basically just FCs
hey,
everything. Like,
Hey, that's pretty good. It's alright, I guess, you know.
well, just Chiwi.
Just Chibi things. Anyway, we're going to get the second warm-up in.
Yeah, should be going to get the second warm up here soon enough. Once we actually sort it up. But actually, hearing at the background is like Shadow. Well, probably I'm just hearing things. Oh yeah, I mean you can see the losers bracket that we happen to see, which is Malaysia versus Japan. And we already see like in Indonesia versus China. Will China win 7-5 on the last match we saw earlier?
Oh, okay, we're getting Shadows of Cats 1.1.
Oh,
And
nice.
yeah,
Okay, okay.
from the bracket just before, we saw that this is the losers bracket. So whoever loses this is eliminated from the tournament. They'll come
Yes, indeed.
7th or 8th place, and the winner will go on to verse Brazil next week.
Yeah. Also, I think this warm up might actually be a repeated one because I think South Korea used Shadowcat 1.1 as his warm up. So that's actually pretty interesting to see.
And god, this is a hard map. Yeah, Pure Tom struggling.
Yes, it's not fun. I mean, it's not fun to play one of these patterns.
Yeah. Oh, when we get to the jacks, that's where the real not fun comes in.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty much a nightmare for every player that will have to tackle as a Tachyon Dan, a Tachyon V3 Dan course, well from one of the Shoegazer and Snowbird stands. This is pretty much a nightmare because Shadowcast 1.2, the jacks are pretty much a 5 row this time around.
Yeah, I think when South Korea uses this as a warm-up, there was a team fail from the other team, whoever it was, I can't remember.
Also, both Nyokje and Chiwi just gives the FC because you know what? You're just gonna go crash around the map.
Yeah, just because, you know, only 1.1.
Yeah, at least it's not 1.2, right? Because okay, Chiwi just missed. Alright, here we go, where the fun comes in.
Yeah, we're getting the jacks right now.
Here we go.
Now.
Go!
Oh.
Nice. Oh, that's a bit of damage to everyone
that's
here.
big. That's big.
Yeah, that's pretty much every single one of them just are struggling to actually hit one of those jacks because those jacks are just too fast for them.
Oh, they're just insane. Oh god.
Yeah, only AMD and Chiwi and Watcher Akisa actually holding the ass. Nyokje is barely, and Lisa as well.
A period of time failing. I mean, it's 100% forgivable to fail on Shadows of Cats.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much safe to say that Shadowcast is just not a friendly map as a warm-up.
Yeah, it isn't. Not at all.
Yeah, but now we'll be getting to the fun part here, which is the rolls. Alright, 21 and 76, let's go.
Oh. Let's go.
Rolls in the Twitch.
33 and 51.
Alright, here we go, here we go. Let's see what Malaysia and Japan will get here. Here we go. Ninja rolls a 70s.
77.
Oh, so close
Oh,
again.
1-0.
76 and I what? 77. All right. All right. 21 here. Let's go.
Okay, what's the next roll? It's gonna be 20.
One off for like twice. Oh god.
81.
Ooh, nice. Pretty much beating Malaysia's roll here, and now Malaysia will have Japan first, and Japan will be picking first. But I'm assuming Malaysia has probably pretty much banning device.
Yes.
In general.
Malaysia
Probably out of blue.
out of the blue makes a lot of sense for Malaysia. And Japan seems to be not liking SV at all in this year. So
They could actually trying to ban over the period instead, because like the other two players can't keep up with the slow jabs.
yeah, it's up to them really. I feel like if Japan really wanted to, they could actually, practice the SV, and because that would be a really good SV team. But they just don't seem to like the SV this year, it seems. So just still waiting on Malaysia's ban.
See here.
Okay, yeah, they ban out of the blue.
Yeah, it's pretty much an expected ban for Malaysia there, and Japan also banning the same one, which is Sinister Evolution.
So they both banned the same maps that they banned yesterday.
Yes, it is.
We'll see what Japan want to pick first. I'll get the first pick.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's just gonna go for Rise, but it's for the safest bet.
Yeah, they'll probably go for Rice. I can see them. Oh, there's a lot of Rice picks that they can go for if they feel comfortable. We can see Endless Station, Trality, Lightning Sword, Kamisori. Kamisori might be quite good, although they didn't play it yesterday, I don't think.
Well, I think Kamisori might be a little bit riskier than comparing to the other most Rice picks. But, I mean, you can see that Lightning Sword here being picked.
Okay,
Nice. Pretty much the expected pick from Japan here. I could actually definitely see Equalizer now coming in.
Yeah, here he is.
The madman himself from Japan.
So Japan, Intelizer, and Amdusky are definitely the people to watch out for. They're both absolute monsters when it comes to Rice maps like these. But then Malaysia also have Chiwi, and also overall Malaysia have been doing quite consistently.
I would definitely see Mount JP coming in as well, because I think he could probably do a lot better than the other players from Japan.
We haven't seen Tempera in a while either. Or at all, actually. Have we seen Tempera at all?
I don't think I have ever seen him on probably most of the matches, but I don't know.
I think to most people he's a little bit of a mystery. We'll see.
Just come in for like a surprise player, I suppose, because I don't know
well,
probably his skill set is.
Looks like we're getting Mark JP in. Another well-known Rice player for Japan. And for Malaysia we'll have Chiwi, Neo, and Washer Akisa.
Pretty much an expected lineup here from Malaysia, as they could probably smash this chart with No Tomorrow, and probably will actually competing with Japan players here, because Intelizer and AMD known to be the most consistent players in Japan.
Yeah, it really comes down to how well Mark JP can perform against the third player from Malaysia, or Malaysia in general. You see Aim Dust here dropping accuracy a little bit at the start, but he'll catch that up soon. And Rata Akisa with the first miss. Japan's going to take a small advantage at the start, but this is quite a long map.
Yeah, it's looking like pretty much at a clear advantage. Yeah, so far the lead is not quite changing anything unless there's a miss from the other team here. Because the hard part is not just coming up yet.
Yeah, the score difference is really small, basically just from that one miss. Accuracies are pretty much identical. Mark JP holding higher accuracy than Neo, that's the main accuracy advantage we have.
Yeah, here we go with the probably one of the first cores here, and it's looking like Japan probably takes the early lead so far with the miss from Malaysia here.
But that said, Malaysia is holding on pretty well now, so the score difference isn't, while it isn't changing, it isn't widening either, so any small mistakes from either team could swing the score difference in the other direction.
Yeah, but the lead is quite closing it in. There's probably a couple more 200s from Yokjay and Tarakisa, but it's just very minor as no drops whatsoever.
And AM Duskia
Oh yeah,
struggling a little bit on the on the speed streams, and Mark JP as well finding a miss. Now the lead's gonna go over to Malaysia.
yeah.
It's
the lead
close.
is now just
should.
shifting along.
It should shift to Malaysia in the time it takes for them both to bring up their combos.
Yeah, that's quite unfortunate here to see that.
But it's staying.
Ooh.
No, Malaysia have a really slight lead, but oh my god, no, actually,
Malaysia, no.
they're tied.
Oh,
Actually,
they're basically
Japan's
tied
taking
now.
it back.
Yeah,
Japan's taking it back just with accuracy.
Yeah, purely accuracy, Intellizer, and actually the other three players are trying to keep up their
And
accuracy.
Washraki's finding another miss.
Oh yeah, Wataraki is
That's gonna-
now finding a break here.
That's gonna give Japan back their earlier lead. Sitting
Yeah.
in a Mark JP finding a miss
Oh
though.
my Jip, yeah.
But so does Neo.
Oh my god, it's actually a little bit scarier here as the
And
score
Chiwi
balance-
as well, actually.
Ooh. Yeah,
Chiwi
Chiwi is
finding-
finding a miss.
Chiwi finding his first 2 misses of the weekend, actually.
well, yeah, that's still
Wow.
just pretty much in favor of Japan here right now.
Oh, wow. 2 200s from Chiwi.
Yeah,
But
two
Japan
times a
holding strong. Taking
Yeah.
that win, I wouldn't say convincingly, but
Yeah, but that's pretty close.
a
one,
decent
actually.
win. A decent win.
Yeah, although with Intellizer taking the MVP slot right here, it's just probably like if only Chiwi didn't have the misses, they could actually have the MVP slot right here. Might be a little bit higher score, not the miss.
Yeah,
Let's
now
see
it's Malaysia's
Malaysia's
time
pick.
to pick. I would think Cold Planet.
Yeah, I would imagine Cold Planet or Life
Cold
Reset.
Planet, Life
probably-
Reset.
Probably
One
the
of
best
those.
option here.
Press Start would also be pretty decent. I mean, just all the LM maps, to be honest.
Yeah.
They're all good picks for Malaysia.
Every single Olympics would probably be most viable for Malaysia, or unless they could go for actually SVs this time, or just
They
going
could also
safely.
go for SVs. And they'll go for Life Reset first.
Yeah, Live Reset with the most viable pick for Malaysia here. I could definitely see that. I think most of the players in Japan would probably have a little bit more difficulty in keeping up a solo, but it's just how do you not column lock one of those solos? Then you're pretty much
my
fine.
God. Yeah, column locking the solos is so rough. It's so brutal. even outside the solo, in the last chorus, we saw some players in the last match column
Yeah.
locking.
I mean, like, it's very easy just to just column lock and lose your focus and just losing 1 to 2% of your accuracy.
And looks like we're gonna get Interlizer, Mark JP, and Misa. And we're
Yeah,
gonna see X-Ray
I'm,
from Malaysia.
I'm actually quite surprised because Japan
Yeah.
doesn't have Piratom here.
Yeah, Piratom is generally known as one of Japan's stronger LN players, but we'll see how well Mark JP and Misa can keep up with this map. And
Yoja finding a early break.
So small advantage over to Japan, but it shouldn't matter too much, because I think we can expect some breaks to happen during the later half of the map.
Yeah, it's just pretty small lead so far. Yeah, the lead is just going a little bit smaller here, as Japan has a little bit of keeping accuracy just by a little bit, but Malaysia has probably a better accuracy in this simplest section of LNs. But once we get into the quarters, it's just keeping combo is just pretty much your best bet here.
And no one missing on the jacks either.
The jacks are pretty brutal, yeah.
But yeah, the lead stays. That's about 2,000, 3,000 points in Japan's favor.
Yeah, basically the lead is just quite a bit shortening to Malaysia here, as Misa and Mach JP might not be as strong in accuracy, like 99.3 for Mach JP, while everyone else in the Malaysia has 99.3 despite the miss.
Oh my god, everyone holding through all of the mini jacks. But Misa missing at the start of the chorus.
Oh, Misa dropped again.
And Mark JP as well. And that's going to give the lead to Malaysia now. But they're fighting for it.
Yeah,
Mark JP
now only
Chewy
and Interlizer and X-Ray also having FCs. But here we go, it's time for the go to solo, and no one has to column lock here.
And this...
Mark
JP, that's not a column lock, that's just a miss. Misa and Mark JP both finding misses. Interlizer as well now. And Misa column lock at the very end.
Only Chewy and X-Ray just keeping together though. Although, I'm not sure if actually X-Ray would actually keep the combo in the last chorus, but Chewy is still holding it.
Yeah, now this is quite a large lead for Malaysia.
Yeah, the lead is pretty much going to Malaysia after that solo, and the last chorus might be...
difficulties now.
Probably the last chorus might be a lift shift lead here.
Yeah, but Misa's accuracy is now so much lower after that column lock in the speed section. So it's going to be really hard for Japan to come back at this point with such an accuracy disadvantage. With Mark JP missing there as well.
Yeah, this is just the only last stretch remaining here. Nothing actually can catch Malaysia off guard, and again, Malaysia will take another point here.
And Chibi with a full combo at 9 200s.
That's the same 200 count as yesterday. Wow.
How are you that consistent?
Yeah, it's just I don't know, man. Chewy just being Chewy.
It's just Chewy.
Yeah,
really
but that
win from Malaysia.
yeah, taking actually a own point now. It's now 1-1, and Japan will have to pick something here. Might go for rice, but it's still.
I think they'll definitely go for rice. I don't think Japan can really go for anything else.
Well, I mean, they could go for like a Sinister Revolution, given that Malaysia's performance on yesterday was not actually looking that good either, because Neoje has some
But
difficulties on keeping up.
they banned Sinister.
Yeah, but like only over the period would probably be the best
Yeah,
option here.
over the period maybe. But for now they're gonna stick with rice. Save over the period for a last-ditch effort. We're gonna see Endless Station.
Huh,
So the
okay.
speed jump streams.
This is the speed, pure speed jump stream here. Although this is looking like a pretty much decent pick for Japan here, actually, because Malaysia has
Yeah.
a decent performances on that, but given that Japan's performances on like Endless Station, I think they could actually take like a triple full combo because, well,
Yeah, I
Mark
think
Japan
both of these teams actually played at Endless Station yesterday, and Malaysia actually scored a higher team score by 43,000 points. But that was with a few chokes from Japan. So I think without those, it could become much closer. But I think Malaysia could take this, definitely. If we're going in like this as well, the other thing to consider is that Mark JP might be playing this instead of Misa, who played yesterday. Okay, yeah, we're gonna see Mark JP.
Okay. Yeah, you can see Mark JP.
So we'll have to see how Mark JP fares compared to the rest of Malaysia, because we know that the other 5 players can all perform quite well on this.
Yeah, it's just a matter where to choke. Not to choke on most of the jump stream. It's just because it's very potential to choke.
Oh, it's huge choke potential, and if you do choke, it costs so much points. We're gonna get into the first really fast jump stream here,
Yeah, here we go.
and the axe are flickering. Watrakisa and Mark JP trade misses at the same point in time.
Yeah. AMD also
AM
missing.
Dusky as well. The lead, less than
the lead
10,000
is
points
still-
over to Malaysia.
Yeah.
That's gonna grow slightly while AMD brings up his combo.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just by purely just combo everything through. Neojin Chiwi has to steal the FC, and only Intellizer still has the FC. But even though with the miss by one more miss by Malaysia, it probably didn't shift anything further. But it's still very close. Still, given that there's more jump stream to go.
Well, a single big drop in the second jump stream can swing the lead like so far in the other direction. So it's definitely not over until the very end.
Here we go with the follow-up of the jump stream now. No one seems to
And
actually...
Mark JP. And again,
Mark JP getting another drop. And yeah, it's the
we're
last
getting into the second one. And Mark JP really having
Mark
issues.
JP really issues now, yeah.
Watrakisa drops, but it's not going to mean anything.
Yeah. This just
AM
laid
does
him
here.
Oh god.
Malaysia's going to take a break point, actually.
Yeah,
GVSSing.
Kiwi double S'ing the second time.
Oh my god.
Oh, I don't know, man. Really? Double S in a row, 2 double S's in a row. It's just insane.
And this really puts Japan in a tight spot as well.
Yeah,
Malaysia, because that was a break point on a rice map. Malaysia still have all the LN maps they can target.
yeah, I think basically like Japan here almost had a running out of choices other than Jack picks, right? Kamisori or out of Kamisori only. Sorry, out of blue is already banned, but well, it's looking like not to be good at all. They have probably Chirality,
So
but
they've got, so if they win Chirality, Kamisori, Wall Spin, those are the last three.
yeah, but
They'll still need two more after that, at least, to force a tiebreaker. But for now, Malaysia's gonna ban Cold Planet. I mean, pick Cold Planet,
yeah,
not ban.
pick Cold Planet, yeah. Just go. That's really weird. If
And,
you're actually gonna ban Cold Planet.
Wow. But yeah, Malaysia yesterday had a triple full combo.
Yeah, triple FC on a Cold Planet is is ridiculous actually, because if you combo most of the jacks on the long notes, that's actually you're pretty much good to go. There's no more hard parts left.
Yeah, it's extremely hard to beat a triple full combo on Cold Planet.
Though I would imagine like Japan trying to switch probably Piratom, because Piratom in this case might be a little bit better than anyone else. Probably going for Misa or Piratom. Because as far as I know, like Piratom have a pretty good score on that. So
Yeah, it does seem like something they would switch in Piratom for.
yeah, but now here we go with the fourth pick on a possible 13 here. Going for a Cold Planet, which is actually a viable pick. Another one from Malaysia here, but switching for X-Ray here this time.
Yeah, we're gonna get Piratom and Nissan. And this is gonna be really hard for Japan to win, I think. I'm not sure if they could even do it.
Yeah, a couple 200s by Nyokje there. That's actually quite weird, because it's not even the hard section here yet.
Japan in the
Misa
lead
dropped
by
quite a few
506
bits of
points.
200 as well, though.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait until we get into the full inverse section. Here we go. And oh, Piratom messing up really big at the start of that.
Yeah, full inverse section here is just, if anything, like probably the Neoche has probably potential to show because of his low accuracy.
But Misa and Piratom have already missed quite a lot, and the accuracies have already dropped below 98%.
Yeah, that's not going to be good for
Malaysian
Japan here.
players.
All three Malaysian players still holding him.
And this is a huge lead for Malaysia already.
This is pretty much... I think Malaysia has already got this in the bag, just because the lead is already shifting it further.
Yeah, or Interlizer missing as well.
Oh, yeah.
Twice. And that's basically going to be a death sentence for Japan. There's no way they're coming back into this.
Yeah, but with that, even though the hard part is just no longer there, it's just probably the inverse, and Miss already taking another drop, and well, just look at the consistency by Malaysian players here. It's just nothing to beat them.
Three-way FC again.
Yeah, triple FC on Malaysia side. 1-2, 100.
What?
Okay, Chewy, stop, please. Okay, just stop.
Oh
Can
my
you
God.
not? Yeah, but triple FC is already insane, but giving 1-200, 100 is okay. It's just not a fun score anymore. Okay, but this is good 3-1 to Malaysia, and it's now Japan's pick here. But I will kind of assume they would be picking Kamisori this time around, or
I
maybe
think
like wall
Kamisori,
spin.
yeah. Wallspin, Kamisori. Chirality is possible, but I think
Yeah, Chirality
I don't
is
know.
just
I don't know. Tech maps are not usually the most comfortable picks.
yeah. I would imagine for like Chirality for like everyone who's not actually comfortable with most of a weird snapped mini jack is just not favorable to any of them.
Okay, we're gonna see Kamisori, the
Yeah.
core jack map.
Yeah, cool. They're probably the core jack map that actually everyone would have at least a little bit of struggle to get a good ratio on, because this is mostly rolly jacks.
Yeah, there's a lot of rolls and bursts in between the core jacks, which can be really hard to transition in and out of.
Yeah, so there's no way that you could actually get like something like 8 or 9 300s for something like the earlier rounds, but this is still, I mean, if you actually get a good score on it, this is actually a pretty good pick for Japan here. I would actually determine that Intel would actually destroy this chart, I assume. Hey, alright, once we get ready to go, and yeah.
And we're gonna see Misa in this for this one as well.
Yeah, trying to amount one of the strongest picks from Japan here, Kamisori. This is looking like a pretty good pick here, but we'll see if they can actually keep
We'll
up.
see. Malaysia can definitely keep up with Rice. We've seen that in the previous picks.
It's just made by purely solely on accuracy.
It's all on Misa pretty much, you would have to think. And Misa already dropping a few 200s at the start. And the score lead's still flickering. Interlizer finding 2 misses actually.
Yeah, Misa dropping. Yeah.
Those are really uncharacteristic misses from Interlizer as well.
Yeah, it's just not looking good for Japan here now, as probably they already have a couple of accuracy drops by Intel and Misa. But AMD is still holding 99.8 as well as Chiwi though.
If there's drops from the Malaysian side, this could still go in Japan's favor, but oh, not with Misa missing like that. Now Malaysia building up a pretty good lead with 3 FCs. Chiwi is still with 99.9, holding really good ratio. And Misa with another miss. And if there's no huge drops from Malaysia right now, that's just it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, and no suspected, actually pretty good performances now in Kamisori though. Well, I mean,
Neo finds a miss, but it's just too late. And Malaysia will take a second breakpoint on Japan's pick.
Yeah, second breakpoint for Malaysia here. Chiwi with the 995, almost 996k.
V1 SS again.
V1 double S. Once again. What? That's 2 double S in one match. It's like, I don't know. What?
And it would have actually been really close without those misses from Misa and Interlizer. The accuracies were pretty identical if you factor in the ratios as well.
Oh yeah, sure. But that's Japan. That's Malaysia's point though. That's now is Malaysia's pick again. But I would assuming if we're going for a press start or just like want to say lollipop. That's probably viable picks for now.
Yep. Press start as well is still up for them if they want to go for that. So Malaysia still have two really solid LN picks going on. And if they manage to win both of those, then Japan needs to win every other map that is picked in the pool.
Yeah, I think that's already very harsh because they left with only Rice choice and as probably the most hybrid choices so far. And we don't know actually the clear advantages for Japan and Malaysia, given the hybrid picks are pretty much unstable, given that the performances are pretty much shaky overall.
We're gonna see press start picked by Malaysia.
Yeah, this is another good choice here by Malaysia, given that they already dominate most of the times in long range picks.
So we're gonna get into press start.
Yeah,
Malaysia.
Malaysia.
Yeah. You'd have
Okay.
to say Malaysia has the advantage in
Yeah.
this.
They have very clear advantages for basically every single long node picks for Malaysia here, as they deem to be the most dominating ones in the tournament.
And this as well, this is the most brutal release long note map of the pool. And you can see
Flame
Mark
Block.
JP already missing.
Yeah, it's not very easy just to do because the releases, if you just overhaul one of them and you just missed, and it's just everything when there's a long note there, you just gonna column block everything.
Oh, Mark JP with another miss. Accuracy
Oh.
dropping down to the low 98s as well, but all of Malaysia are holding strong.
Yeah, all Malaysia is really pretty consistent here.
Puriton and
although-
Mark JP both missing. Intelize's
Yeah,
also below the
Intel is-
99% mark.
Not looking good here for Japan, as they already took multiple drops now. Also, Malaysia still holding it, and up until this release, very rude releases here.
Intelize missing as well.
Oh man.
We saw Chiwi
Yeah,
with
we saw
Nyokje.
Q and Yogi still holding it pretty much together very well.
And now this is just such a huge lead for Malaysia. The map doesn't really change too much between the first and the second choruses. That's the first one done.
And the second album is just basically the probably the most release time though, because the first half is kind of consistent with Jax, but this one is pretty much you have to have fun with those releases. But this time it's a lot harder.
Nyokje missing, but misses coming in from Japan. Mark JP is struggling a lot. And even Puritom struggling to keep his combo up.
Yeah, this is looking like a pretty good lead now to Malaysia, as they're already building up pretty much almost like the dominating ones in the tournament, especially on this match.
And Chibi still holding an FC.
How do you actually keeping your combo on these release? I don't get it. Like, really.
Yeah, there's not that much to say. Chiwi's still holding the full combo.
Chewy's still holding it with the RC though. Oh man.
And even with a few misses from Malaysia, there've just been so many more misses from Japan. That's going to be a really
Yeah.
convincing win.
Yeah, jeez. That's like almost like a 70, almost more than like 70,000 points actually, given that multiple drops happening to Japan.
And 985k from Chiwi.
85. Oh man, that's pretty rough. Given that the other players would probably have like what is it, 98% overall. Just Chewy holding 99.5. Also, it's Neo J. But that's now 5-1, and just looking going to Japan's pick here. I don't know here. Just basically like every single one of the picks are being taken by Malaysia every single time.
Yeah, Japan have to win this next pick. They have to win every single pick because Wakuse Lollipop is probably going to go to Malaysia. So they have to win literally everything else. Which includes I and Trick Lash, which have a lot of LN in them as well.
Yeah, I mean, Tricklash might be actually a good pick here for Japan if they do practice the SBs, because a lot of them are
Yeah.
just tricks.
Well, that's a big if. I still do think they will do well on it, but it's risky. And for them to win
It's
every
very
single
risky.
one it's like,
But yeah, it's still, I mean, every single one of the Rice picks might actually be very good, as a very good pick.
Yeah.
Potentially clear advantage with it.
we're taking things one map at a time. First of all, they have to win Shirali. If they lose this map, then it's over.
Yeah, or unless maybe, well, Malaysia takes like I don't know, man, a couple of handful of misses that might go to Japan, but it's not gonna be like it happened.
It's gonna be so hard on Lollipop. Malaysia has to collapse. There has to be a miracle for Japan to win on Lollipop.
Yeah, it's just the only thing that you have to consider that is that like there are a couple of handful of SBs on the Wakase Lollipop, but if you actually don't know how to time the SBs once the long node wall stumps kick in, it's very hard to come back if you just miss every single one of them.
Yeah, we're getting into Shirality. Very important map for Japan.
Actually going for the risk here, Pega, I would say, because this has lots of very rude mini jags and pretty much every single weirdly snapped streams. Yeah, it's looking like Shirality here, like I don't know, it might not be actually a good pick, but I don't know how Japan's performance on Shirality either.
It's probably one of their more comfortable picks remaining, but I don't think they have many maps that they actually hold an advantage over Malaysia on. We see Mark JP and Watch Kisa trading misses. Mark JP with a follow-up miss is going to give the lead slightly over to Malaysia, actually. And Mark's accuracy is really taking a hit.
Yeah.
Oh, actually,
slightly now going to Malaysia.
Yeah, as Mark JP is bringing up his accuracy, the lead is slowly
quite a lot. Same for Watara Kisa, but not as severe as Mark JP's drops here.
The point difference is so small, and Watara Kisa finding a miss. We're getting towards the end of the map now. If Japan just hold their combos, they'll win the point, and it looks like they will. Neo with the miss at the very end, and Japan will take their point.
Yeah, Japan takes this point actually. Then Looking like
Ooh,
pretty good.
really close
Ooh.
between Interlizer and Chibi, 1-200 each.
1-2. Yes, that's a pretty solid performances overall. Now, giving that Japan takes point 2 to 5 now. Having a little bit of
And
a breather here.
it feels like we haven't been talking about Interlizer as much as we normally do in Japan matches. But that's just because Chibi's popping off so hard.
Well, I mean, it's basically like Chewy is possibly. I mean, entirety of Malaysia is just like, if you want to call him a dark horse, because they're secretly high seed, but they're performing like every single like top seed
Oh yeah,
team in general.
they're performing well into the top seed territory with this kind of performance. And
Yeah.
instantly pick Wakusei Lollipop.
Yes, no sweat at all. This is probably the last long no choices, barring maybe the Chroma Eye, which is probably the hybrid picks. But this one
Yeah,
is actually pretty good.
I is quite LN heavy. Yeah, Malaysia will just need to win this to guarantee at least a tiebreaker.
Yes.
But most likely they're going to be able to close up the match if they manage to win this.
Yeah,
Because it's going to be so hard for Japan to come back.
they most likely can actually have this on the back, given that Wakase Lollipop is another LM pick that they may actually dominate so far. But again, if you look over the situation of Japan right here, they have to win every single one of the maps if they do lose this pick. So that's actually really harsh.
And yeah, it's just so hard to see Malaysia losing on this map because they've been so ridiculously consistent.
Yeah, alright, once we get to the first scores right here, it's just gonna go whoever chokes the most here. Although Mark JP has taken a little bit of drops here actually.
Yeah, and the score lead is actually pretty close.
Yeah, I actually don't expect that this is gonna be this close though, actually, given that they actually keep their composure pretty well so far for Japan.
Oh, but now Mark JP is finding a few drops.
Yeah, the lead is gonna shift further to Malaysia right here.
But oh, Chiwi.
Oh!
Chiwi and Puritom actually. And that's gonna be alright for Malaysia.
Yeah.
Mark JP is still struggling.
Oh no, yeah. Well, actually, Mark JP being probably like the most struggling player in general for mostly long note picks, which is not that good for Japan's cause.
And oh, Nyoche missing on the SV.
Oh, that's also bad, but the lead is still. Oh my god, that's actually not.
Oh, Mark JP keeps finding misses.
Multiple draws by Mark JP. But then again, it's just a matter. It's just a matter who actually who chokes the most. But now Japan's pretty much kind of losing the lead so far.
Yeah, Lee's just continuously growing in Malaysia's favor. Malaysia's stopped
Yeah.
finding any misses at all.
Yeah,
They're not
it's
giving
not
any
looking so
opening.
good. Yeah, not looking so good for Japan here as Malaysia keep pulling ahead with the lead.
On X-Ray dropping his full combo right at the end.
Yeah. But yeah, well, that's
Interlizer
still.
with the only full combo.
Oh yeah, it's also actually did really well, just keeping the full combo for Japan's side. But
But
it's not going to be nearly enough as Malaysia takes this point, a potential match point. It's now 6-2 on their toss.
now Japan needs to win 4 maps in a row to take this to tiebreaker.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a harsh situation here as they're
And these
only
maps that are left.
yeah.
There's one rice map left. That's
There's
it.
one rice map left, but then all of them are hybrids and over the period, which probably being the slow jam.
There's no straight up LN map left. Which is alright if you want to be positive. That's the good thing.
Yeah, good thing
Japan.
about this.
They still
Taking
have
walls.
Wallspin, which I think they'll pick next. The problem is after that, if they manage to win Wallspin, there's so many maps that are just like insanely dangerous.
Yeah, I would imagine like hybrid Trick Clash 220 is probably the most dangerous here so far because I think you can only see one of them in every single semifinals match so far.
And I think if Malaysia just picks I, that's really LN heavy, even though it is a hybrid map. And so I think there's a possibility they might just take that.
True. Yes. It's just like the long runs are just like pretty trivial. It's just probably the ESVs might be a little bit off, or maybe most of the players. Yeah, but we'll see what they're gonna go for here, as they only have one life left, so they have to use it very carefully.
And they're taking the time to think about this, which they should.
Yeah. I mean, you have to make sure that you pick the
Yeah.
best possible picks because they're not safe at all.
Okay, they're going for Wallspin. The
All
last
right.
rice map.
The last pure rice pick.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah,
This
this is looking like I don't know, man. Probably could go over to Japan for if they're not actually doing significantly worse because of the chokes. But well, Malaysia also has it on the back because they have Wachara Hisa, and probably the
Both of
player.
both of these teams are really strong at this kind of speed map. Could go either way. It really does depend on if anyone chokes.
Yeah, but here we go though. Here, let's see. Wasp, probably the potential last pick here for Japan, if they can actually pull this off.
Yeah, this is going to be a close one.
The song is quite nice though. I like the actual memes inside here.
When you have an actual map for a meme song. Nice.
I can actually jam to this, man. I'm serious.
we're getting into the first chorus now.
Yeah,
and,
but Mark JP
Washa
and Mark
JP
JP dropping Nyokje as
and
well.
Nyokje. And that's giving Japan the advantage after the first one, but it only does get harder in the second and third.
Yeah, both AMD and Slicer still hold the full combo, same as Chiwi. But that's still very minor as they already taken multiple drops by Mark JP, Watarakisa, and Nyokje.
Yeah, the lead is not big, but there is a lead. For now. Washakisa and Mark JP trading at the same time. We're getting into the second chorus. Washakisa finding another miss. Mark JP's accuracy struggling a lot, but not as much as Watarakisa.
Yeah, Watarakisa is actually quite suffering a little bit here in terms of accuracy. Well, it's not looking that good here for Malaysia though. If they keep choking like this, Japan will actually take this to pull this off.
It's still really close. Mark JP and Watarakisa basically just evened each other out exactly in that chorus. And it all will come down to the third one. Right now, Interlizer finding multiple
drops. Oh, that's huge though.
Mark JP, Interlizer, and Watarakisa. Chiwi drops as well.
Chiwi drops. Oh,
and Neo.
And you, no. AMD. Oh no. AMD.
Oh my god, he's doing it.
No.
He's winning. No.
No. What?
Everyone's dropping. But Malaysia's taking the lead.
Yeah, Malaysia's taking the lead back again though. Oh man.
Oh, it's so small.
It's still very small though.
Oh, is anyone gonna drop? No, it's the score. Wait, Watarakisa.
No, that's the trick. No, what's wrong?
No, Mark JP.
No. Oh,
no, AMD.
AMD.
Oh my god, they're all dropping.
Oh, yeah, those are drops.
Oh, that's gonna be Malaysia.
Oh
by
yeah,
5,000
that's
points.
Not very close difference there. Just barely the drops. Barely the drops by everyone on the lobby, and still Malaysia takes that on a 5,000 points of difference, winning 7-2 against Japan, and Malaysia will advance to the finals bracket. So congratulations to Malaysia.
Wow, but insanely close in that last map.
Yes.
Yeah, congratulations to Malaysia. Unfortunately, Japan will be eliminated from the tournament, ending in, I think, equal 7th place with Indonesia.
Yeah. You're gonna have to come closer with me, Japan.
Oh.
Well.
And Malaysia will verse Brazil next week, actually.
Oh, okay. That's actually a lot more interesting to see. Actually, the bracket actually decides to play against Brazil for Malaysia here. But given that the fact that Malaysia advances this round, 2 top seed teams are already knocked out, which is Indonesia and Japan, which is quite, I don't know. This is quite an unexpected turn of events, given that high seed teams are now pulling ahead to the finals, rather than the top seed teams.
Yeah, China and Malaysia are performing really well in these later stages of the tournaments.
Yeah, they're showing up the capabilities of their end game abilities, and it's pretty much showing up. And you have to give credit that the high seed teams can actually perform equally better, or probably a lot better than the most top seed teams. I have to give Yeah, I had to give it that because this is no longer a top seed team anymore. This is overall performances now.
And wow, what a what a close match that was in the end. That last map.
The last map
Although-
might be actually a deciding ones, but unfortunately, it doesn't
we
quite
didn't.
pulling it off.
Didn't quite get to any of the next maps, but congratulations to Malaysia. The next match will be United Kingdom versus Korea. South Korea, that is, and that will be in 3 hours, I believe. Yep.
I think that's 3 hours indeed. So, I mean, there's probably like waiting for like 3 hours. Probably just a little bit bored, I guess.
Yeah. And yeah, so until then, that's gonna be the last winners bracket match actually this weekend. And it's gonna be the last match as well. So after that we're going to have a full showcase, but until then, I don't know, get something to eat. Watch the past VODs actually, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, watching past VODs as well, because those are pretty insane matches. Given that this is the only semifinals, that the closest matches we already broadcasted here are insane.
And also buy some banners for your user page on the OSU store to support your favorite countries that are still in the Mania World Cup. Only $2.50.
Yes, that's a pretty good price to actually support your team there. And as if you're actually your supporting country team was won, you can keep the banner as long until the next World Cup happens, which is the OS World Cup, I think.
Yeah, well, until then, we'll have about a 3-hour break, a bit less than that. So stay seated, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, we'll see you next time in the next 3 hours.